Alright, another draftphysics.com video presentation. No effects. Sorry. Anyway, so we got another experiment video. So experiment video number 3. It's probably the most useless because I will definitely have to do a 4. Because I still need a camera with a little bit better resolution. So, frame rate. So I will attempt to get one of my cameras capable of that. So this is like an older camera, which is really nice, frankly, in the sense that it had a really great zoom, a 64 optical zoom, which is, huge. But yeah, it's like 640 kind of, it's just not good enough. And the frame rate's just something way below 20, I think. But anyway, not good enough. So it's not bad. So I'll go through a few of them just to point out, not bad, And, but well, yeah, we have to go one better. So I did fix the background, so that's good too, and the tape measure and such. So it's all a little better. And, step at a time, blah, blah, blah. So I will set it up for our viewing pleasure. So this should be about right. Hopefully, and there you can see, so we have some fuzzy crap on the end, which is not at all helpful, so not great. So we're at about 10 1/4 inches for the hit, so let's see if we can get to 11 1/4, which we can guesstimate is about there. And so 1, 2, 3, and so that's a pretty good impact at 3. So, so we're at 10 1/4. Maybe we'll wait till we get to 10, just to be sure. So that's like 10. And so we have 3 in, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Clearly more than 6 out. 7. Okay. 3 in, 7 out. Slower than half the speed. Pretty much. Can't say it's proof of anything, but it's evidence of something, right? It's not a bad piece of evidence. It's a semi sort of compelling evidence, not conclusive proof, but getting closer. Such. Alright, so I believe this one was at a higher speed, so we'll see. It's probably going to have more ugliness to it. There it is. So, well, it's not terrible. It's not great. So you could almost argue that that's under 2. Well, let's go to 11 1/2. So you could say the outside fuzz is really where it is, and it's just barely being able to resolve that part. So we could just say that fuzzy stuff. So let's just see how far that fuzzy edge goes. So we'll go to the 10 1/2. So 1, 2, almost there really. So it's going to be 2 1/2 maybe. Yeah, 2 1/2 I think is fair. So 2 1/2, and then we'll get the impact and start at 10, which is about there. So we got 2 1/2 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Clearly we need more. So 2 1/2 to 5 would be half. Clearly we have one more at least. It's close. So 6. 2 1/2, 6. Slower than half the speed. Alright, so let's do one more of this series of videos. And so eventually I'll post these videos. I'll upload them before I delete these raw videos. So if somebody wants the raw videos, but I am anticipating making a better quality one. So, you're probably not going to need these lesser quality ones, but it's just part of the process. So I thought I might as well throw a video up and just point out how, different cameras are capable of different things. I mean, it's really nice tape measuring. Excellent. Camera did tape measure really well. Alright, this one should be a much slower speed. So let's see what we get. Alright, it does look much slower, so at least it doesn't have as much blur. Now that's a little after the 2, so let's see if we can go to the 11 1/2 again. That would be right on the green line, so we're right about right through the middle of the haze would be the 11.5 mark. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's going to need a little more. Yeah, just about 5. It's pretty darn close. The green line's a little, it's about in the middle of the fuzz, so it's a good 5. Alright, and we hit, let's get to the 10. That would be about the 10, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we're clearly short of the 9, so we're clearly going to need more than half. So it's going to mean slower than half the speed. So let's see, it might be even 2 notches slower. So we were at 10, and so we got 11, yep, 12 before we get to the 9. So we got 5 and 12. Clearly less than half the speed. Alright, so let's move to the other video. And so it did, the camera had a sports, it's not even a sports setting, it had a slow motion, little golfer icon indicating that somehow it can increase the frame rate or something, and pretty much it just makes the video darker. But anyway, I'll play that one just for the fun of it. Well, some of it. Alright, should be back. So yeah, it's still, it's pretty good. It almost looks like it's a little clearer, but it really doesn't work out to be all that much easier. So we'll see if we can forward to some action here. Come on. Thought I was closer. There it is. Okay, so it's quite fuzzy again. So we'll get like, there. Alright, so that's pretty much the first edge. You can see the green marks in the back there. It's right on that line. It's just over the fuzzy edge. So we'll count the fuzzy edge as the edge and get to 10.5. So 1, 2, oof. Yeah, we're a little past it. So again, so maybe 2.8. So we're clearly further into the fuzzy edge. So we'll say 2.8. And continuing, there's the hit, and that's about 10. I'd say pretty close to the dark edge is 10. The fuzzy edge is, on the wrong side of the 10. So we're trying to do dark edge now. So we had 2.8. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're still not close. So clearly much slower than half again. Let's see, so we got 6, 7, 8, 7 would have been right. So I went 1 too far. So 2.8 and 7. Clearly substantially slower than half. Well, substantial is a relative term, but yes, less than half the speed. I believe this was a very high velocity one, so this one might be a real mess. Maybe. Let's see if we get there. Can't be that high a velocity because it ain't showing up. Come on. Oh, I know you're there. Alright. Maybe it's there. Oh, there it is. Okay. It snuck past me here. Alright, so 11.5 is halfway through the fudgy part, you could say. So we'll go with that. Yeah, I think that's fair. Alright, 1, 2. Clearly 2 is too much. Now we're way 3/4 into the fudgy part. So it's again 2.67, something like that. Alright. So we've hit, and we're just about at 10 now with the fudgy part. So the stiff edge, the hard edge, is at 10. It's less than 10. The fuzzy edge is more than 10. So we'll just go with some approximation like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're clearly going to be 5. So 4.5. So we had, we didn't have 2, 7. We had what going in? Okay, I forgot. Alright. So forget that one because I forgot. So we'll see we got another one on here or not. So the fast ones are kind of, they're dangerous with this camera. So I wouldn't put as much credibility in the fast ones. Alright, this should be back to a moderate speed. So, whoops, almost blew it. Okay, frame at a time, Gary. And it should be here. Come on. Alright, there she is. Alright, so let's go to 11.5 again. That's kind of a good mark. So the fuzzy edge is right almost on 11.5. So we'll go with the fuzzy edge this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so we're right about on the, it's a good clean, I'd say it's a pretty clean 4. Alright, 1, 2, and we're not quite at 10, so we'll go a little more. Alright, so that's 10 on the fuzzy edge for this one. So we got 4 in, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we're still not there. So we gotta go 9. Yeah, and we're still cutting it a little short, but it's clearly 4 to 9, clearly slower than twice the speed. Alright, so again, I'll make another video. So I guess it would take 4. I guess it will take 4 videos. And there might be some other experiments I can do with the same setup. I don't know. So we'll see. And such. So till the next time. And oh yeah, I want to do it with springs. Once I can film it decent, then I'm going to start worrying about attaching springs. But trust me, springs aren't going to make any difference. Springs just change this way. It doesn't change that way much. It apportions the energy a little bit differently, but that's all it does. It can't make new energy. Alright, so yeah, and in this case, I don't think the spring is going to be able to give much energy because these are heavy objects, and the spring isn't going to, the amount of time the spring has to compress isn't going to delay things very long, and so it's really not going to make a very big difference. But anyway, we'll see. No point in me speculating. We'll find out, won't we? So, till the next time and such.